episode 624. Thank you all for listening to episode 623, Turkey Time, a late bird story. I am Gray, here with my co-host.
Bear.
And Parrot.
Parrot coming back for his first full show in fucking weeks, months, years.
Months at this point.
Yeah, you haven't been on since before your wedding, right?
Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks before the wedding because I was out somewhere when I did it.
Yeah. So welcome back, Bird, and Mrs. Bird and Baby Bird. And thank you to Wes Anderson for Mind Quarantine. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on X and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Overline Podcast. And Brandon, we'll give it that deal. Thanks to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Service to Toledo and surrounding areas and not.
Eugene, Oregon.
Thank you, Sean. Speaking of Sean, so I said before I got him, I still got a credit with him, like a $900 credit or $800 credit. So that's going to be good as I have him putting in the floorboards in my attic. So I get the boards down, subflooring, and I can use that all for storage all the way across the garage. And then the wife, I had a meeting today and with Sparty Steve, and he's like, why don't you put an opening in the garage and a ladder so you can store it from your garage? I'm like, that's actually smart. And then Kelly's like, well, what if we want to have a living space up there? I'm like, God damn it. So I'm like, well, we're going to figure that out. We're going to meet with Sean. He's coming this week, I think Friday afternoon, something like that. And we're going to figure out what Sean, or I guess 2 days ago when this comes out. So looking forward to seeing Sean, having him. He can do all of that handiwork for you. And I had to change the mower or the battery in my mower. So Barry, you'll like this. My riding mower, that battery has been in that mower for 15 years. And I had to change it. So I changed it today. I was proud of myself, Parrot. Took off the guard, changed out the battery terminals. I was like, look at this.
I know.
Right. Did it in about 5 minutes.
When you called me earlier, I was waiting for you to ask me to come over and do it for you, but you didn't. So I'm proud of you.
It's not fucking hard. There's the negative and positive. I think I need a 7/16. I'm like, done. Like the pain in what took the longest, what took a minute and a half was getting the guard off. And then it took like 2 minutes to change battery.
Good. Well, I'm proud of you for changing your mower battery.
Fired it up and then did my leaves, turned the light on the mower because it was dark. So I was doing my leaves with my lights on. And then it was beautiful because I went in afterward and I'm like, I wonder if my snowblower will start. After about 10 pulls, I'm like, yeah, she purrs. Snowblower ready to go for the snow we hopefully don't get ever.
I'm about to say, as long as you start your snowblower, it definitely won't snow. So make sure you start it. Continue to start it.
Yeah. Started. It's like a bat signal.
Am I the only one who hopes we get snow every year?
Yeah, probably. Why would you want snow? It's stupid.
Because he doesn't have to do anything. He just wants to plow.
Well, it's plow, and there's a lot of fun things to do in the snow.
You don't do shit.
No, there's not.
Fuck off. I love the snow.
There's nothing fun to do in the snow. You're not 6 anymore.
You can snowboard, you can snowmobile, you can...
Where can you
won't do any of that shit.
You can snowboard an hour and a half away.
In
Ohio.
Ohio.
An hour and a half away.
Huh?
Where in Ohio?
Not in Ohio, but you can go an hour and a half away and go snowboard in Michigan.
Wasn't my question. My question was where in Ohio. No one. That's
actually Mad River Mountain in Ohio. You can go snowboard.
I mean, we could go down the stupid White House Hill and snowboard too, but it doesn't mean I want to do it.
I have done that before. It's actually not easy.
Exactly. Don't want to do it.
Well, you know what?
Robbie needs overtime on this over.
Which one?
Miami, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Tree.
It'll happen somehow.
Nah, it won't. So thank you, Sean. Thank you to Sparty Steve, Great Key Merch, Paper Dynamart, and last but not least, Kyle Barrett, Dating Transformation.
Make sure you get to datingtransformation.com and get that free consultation from Connell when you mention Over the Line Podcast. In the meantime, get to Amazon.com and buy Connell's book, Dating Sucks. but you don't.
So, um, this is the fantasy football trade deadline podcast, and that was a terrible shot. And so, Bear, in our money league, I know you had offed Jamar Chase,
Yep.
and what was that trade?
Um, I traded Jamar Chase for Najee Harris, a second round pick, and the right to Jamar's money, since I did draft him, if he finishes at wide receiver one, which he is up by like 40 points right now on the next closest guy and just had his bye week. So, pending injury, knock on wood, or terrible weeks, Jamar will be WR1 in fantasy football this year. Unless for whatever reason Justin Jefferson starts just going off. I mean, he has to go off. But yeah, so
So
I'll
you
get
said you said it was Jamar Chase and what? I'm sorry, I heard second round pick.
that. And the money for Jamar's wide receiver one.
Yeah, so you
Since we are
so
in
he'll just have to drop
important
a
side
player.
bets for top position. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I got Najee.
Oh, you got Najee. Okay, that's solid.
Yep. He originally it was going to be Bucky Irving. He did not want to budge on Bucky. He wants him to be his keeper most likely next year. I said, okay, that's fair. Who else do you want to give up? Because I'm probably going to try and get rid of Taylor, so I need a running back. And he said, you can have Najee or you can have Worthy or Debo. I'm like, yeah, fuck Debo. Worthy was tempting, but I got too many wide receivers, even with giving up Jamar. So I went with Najee Harris, hoping that I get rid of um, Jonathan Taylor here within the next 12 hours, 16 hours.
Yep. And similar to me, I was going to be quiet in the trade deadline, and usually I'm a last day, 2 days before. Last year was the day of the trade deadline. I traded Mixon and with Johnny and all that, got some draft picks, worked out for me. And this year I got a text. Did you hear about my text before the trade of who I was texting with?
No, I mean, well, yes, because I was with Kenny. So
No, no. So you don't know who else texted me?
no, just
Oh,
Kenny.
this is breaking news. I knew you were with Kenny. He told me because I
Yeah,
cracked up when he said what he wanted on the trade. I'm like,
which I
can't give
did,
that shit away.
which I did send him the Youth Foundation's. I did send him the Youth Foundation website so he can be in the golf outing if he finds two other people.